What's up, you guys? It's Guy Jeans. Welcome to the Kern River Fly Shop podcast. I can't wait to tell you what's going on with the Kern River. I got some great news. Stay tuned.
This episode is brought to you by Kern River Fly Shop, the most reliable and accurate fishing report for the Southern Sierra and Kern River Valley area. Now here's your host, Guy Jeans.
All right, you guys, welcome back. I can't believe what a beautiful day it is here on the Upper Kern River in February. Water temperature is 46 degrees. That's unheard of in February. The fish are really active. It's a lot of fun. You guys got to come up and check this out. Today I'm going to be nymphing. I'm going to be using the Kern River Fly Shop Prodigy rod, which if you guys haven't heard about, it's pretty awesome. You can find them on our website. I just came out with them. They're excellent rods. Super stoked on them. It took me about 2 years to finally come up with the right one, and I'm pretty happy with it. It casts, getting great reviews from it. People are liking fishing with it, so something to check out. But I'm going to put together a little nymph rig here, and I'm just going to use a tapered leader, which is totally fine. I mean, I could use a leader that was just straight tippet if I wanted, but I want to show you guys a really easy and quick tip and something that works really well. So for the Kern and other streams. So I'm going to take the end of my fly line right here, and then I'm going to measure out about 6 feet, roughly about there. And that's where I'm going to make my first cut right there. I'm going to put my first little tag coming off right there, and then I'm going to tie another little tag right there. And I'm going to put a heavier fly on the bottom here, and then I'm going to have another fly coming off of that. So it's a great little nymph rig. I may use an indicator, I may not, but I could use an indicator on this rig if I wanted to, or I can just straight check nymph or Euro nymph through the runs, which are beautiful right now. The Upper Kern is running about 700 CFS, 750 or so. Like I said, the water temperature is about 46 degrees. So let me go ahead and rig this up, and let's get out on the water. Well, hey, you guys. So what you guys are watching right now is me out on the water. I'm throwing some stack mins right there. Super important to get a nice drift when you're going downstream just like this. I'm casting across and downstream and drifting my flies downstream to the fish, basically. The stack min puts a slack in the line so that the flies can get down to the fish. I also have 2 flies underneath an indicator, and then I'm throwing stack mins upstream of my indicator so that the flies could get down to the fish. And I've been finding some pretty decent fish through this run right here. And here's an upper shot for you guys. You guys can see I'm water loading from my downstream, so I'm just doing like a single cast downstream and a single cast upstream. And then I'm stacking my line behind my indicator. And that, like I said, gets my drift down. So a storm is coming in. It was beautiful earlier, and so now a storm is coming in. And it's getting real cloudy. Slight percentage chance of rain. This is just yesterday. And so there I am stacking it again, getting those flies down, and hooked up. And you can see the run where the fish was at. He's way out there in that main lane, that main foam line out there. You can see it coming down. So as I'm fighting this fish, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the Kernville air temps. You know, the air temps are 68 degrees, and we got a low of 40 degrees. And this Friday and Saturday and Sunday, we do have a big storm coming in. The snow levels are supposed to get down to 1,000 feet, I heard. So we'll see about that. But we're supposed to get a significant amount of snow in the Southern Sierra, 4 to 6 feet, which is awesome. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be an awesome summer and fall for sure. We won't see those flows probably until, I would say, the end of June. And once the flows come up, we'll start fishing creeks and that sort of thing. We are still seeing some midges out there, some blue-wing olives, slight caddis hatch when it warmed up, and we are seeing squalls as well. So the stoneflies, the big stoneflies, the black stones, the Pteronarcis californicus, will start hatching at the end of March. So that's coming up, so that's kind of fun. There I got hooked up on the tree. Good stuff. Was fighting. That was a pretty nice fish. Ended up coming unbuttoned and into the trees. Also, techniques. Basically, I'm doing nymphing mostly since the flows came up. Flies, definitely using some attractor flies. I'm going to show, as you guys keep watching, I'm going to show some flies here that I'm using and that I'm catching these fish on as you guys are watching this segment through here. Also, so up at the Johnsondale area, air temps are 61 and they're getting a low of 27 degrees. Forks of the Kern Road, Lloyd Meadow Road is closed, so you can't get down there. So all those creeks along Lloyd Meadow Road as well. There's some you can get to, but most of the creeks that you want to get to are the roads closed. Ponderosa on up the road, 52 degrees, 31 low. Black Rock Station up over the other side, 51 degrees and at 24 degrees low. Kennedy Meadows about the same temps. They're expecting some serious snow over there. The South Fork Kern flows are at 180, and that's pretty good for over there, so that's kind of nice. So here we are again. We're still fishing the Upper Kern. And as you can see, I'm about just a little bit over, almost to my waist deep. It's not terribly quick, but I am being careful out there, that's for sure. And just trying my best to get a good drift. You know, with this wind blowing down stream and casting into that wind, it's pretty difficult. So I've got to fire some pretty hard stack mins up above my indicator. But if you guys are noticing, I'm really hauling that to get through the wind. So some of the flies, tungsten yellow Sally, a zebra midge is also going to be a good one to use. Any time you're down below a dam, a powerhouse, or anything like that, using small midge type patterns to replicate the black fly larvae work really well. But like I was saying, you know, the stoneflies are actually starting to come out, and they're really starting to focus. The trout are really starting to focus on stoneflies. You know, we are a stonefly stream, so we have a variety of stoneflies. We've got the black stoneflies. We have the squala stoneflies. We have yellow sallies. We have brown stones. It's a variety of stoneflies. There's a squala for you right there. That's the one that's going to be hatching here shortly. We have seen some of those hatching this winter already, but they seem to like really want to get ready here to come out as we're checking underneath rocks and that sort of thing. So one of the things that you want to do when you're casting multiple flies, you know, I've got a indicator on plus 2 flies underneath there with a split shot, and so I don't want to throw a tight loop, and I don't want to go back and forth like a lot of people do with multiple rigs. You want to just do, like, if possible, just do one cast at a time. So there you go. There's another little hookup, and I got a nice little drift going downstream into that section. Flows were just perfect. It looks like I got a good drift and hooked up. And that's the fun thing about fishing in the wintertime is it's not like really, really good the whole day. It's usually better in the middle of the day, you know, when it warms up the best. So fishing in the middle of the day seems to be the best time to fish in the wintertime, although sometimes you can catch them in the early mornings as well. But it really depends on the water temperature. You know, once the water temperature goes up above that 40 degree mark and gets into the 46, 48, I just yelled stoneflies. There it is right there. That was what was caught on a tungsten yellow Sally, which we have in Kern River Fly Shop, you guys, if you need them. Such a great. Now let's go talk about the lower Kern now. So the lower Kern is some of my favorite water to fish. It's probably one of the most underrated fisheries because everybody's super focused on the upper Kern. But the upper Kern is home to smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, trout, using streamer-type patterns like black woolly buggers and chartreuse buggers and game changers and those type of flies work really well. And this is just a shot from the Rancheria Bridge looking down, but you can see it's got riffles and runs. And there's actually bass in all that water. Some of the largemouth, they like that type of water. Water temps down there are 56 degrees, so they're usually about 10 degrees warmer downstream. And the flows are about 420. And, that's perfect. If you want to float it in some areas, you can actually float it, which is really awesome. And you can have a good time. Lake Isabella, here's a shot of Lake Isabella and the new dam. And they've done so much construction. I think it was like over 10 years or something that they were doing construction on the dam. But they've lowered the water, as you guys can see. And they're starting to fill it up. And they've lowered the flows on the lower Kern. That's why it's down at 420. Fishing on Lake Isabella is going to be really good here as the crappies start to move in, as it starts to warm. So look out for that, as well as the carp fishing. It's just going to be fantastic. So there you guys have it. Thank you so much for listening to the Kern River Fly Shop podcast fishing report. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.